If you're looking for a handy and portable audio recorder for your setup, then look no further than the Zoom PodTrak P2. This device right here actually does way more than it looks. It's actually pretty powerful. And then what makes it very unique is that it's a USB recording device. Yes, you heard me right. You can only record using USB microphones. Now, let's take a deep dive and let me show you how it works. In the box of the PodTrak P2, there are just two things. You have the manual and then you have the PodTrak P2 itself. Now, don't make the mistake of not reading the manual. Some people just jump to YouTube and just start looking for a solution for any issue they have on their device. You'll be amazed that some people on YouTube actually didn't read the manual as well. So it may be good you read the manual. All right, that being said, let's have a look at some of the features and then we'll speak about the specs of the PodTrak P2. On the body of the PodTrak P2, you have a number of controls. Right on top here, you have the power button, and then underneath you have a mute button, a tone button, an AI noise reduction button. This one is actually pretty interesting. I'll speak to you guys more about it later. Then you have the compressor button, and then you have another mute button. On top of that, you have the record button, and then you have a dedicated button to play and to pause. Underneath that, you have a number of controls. Now, this control here, this actually controls the volume of the first microphone, while this controls the volume of the second microphone. This right here controls the volume of the headphones. Now, on the side here, you have a slot for a USB microphone, and on the other side, you have the slot for the second USB microphone. On the side here, you have a micro SD slot. Now, I think you can use up to 512 gigabyte. I don't think you can use up to 1 terabyte. I don't think it's going to read. I think the highest is like 512. All right, so underneath that, we have the headphone jacks for both microphones, 1 and 2. And if we turn it backward, the great thing about this device is that you can actually use AA batteries or lithium batteries or alkaline batteries. Now, if you're going to be using AA batteries, you're going to need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that 4 will go right in there. And then at the other top, you have 2 USB-C slots. One you can use to power, while the other you can use to connect it to your laptop or your mobile phone. I mean, I told you guys that this thing can actually do way more than it looks, and I'll show you that in a minute. And I think that's basically everything about the features. Now, let's speak about the specifications of the PodTrak P2. The PodTrak P2 records 24-bit 48 kilohertz. It can also be used as an audio interface with your laptop. The Zoom PodTrak P2 can be powered in 2 ways. You can either use USB power or you can use 4 AA batteries that can last you up to 4 to 5 hours. The P2 also provides audio notification for low battery and a full SD card through the headphone output without interrupting your podcast. The P2 also auto-saves every 10 seconds whilst you're recording to protect your recordings from sudden power loss. The PodTrak P2 also creates a stereo mix of your recordings directly into the SD card, but it also gives you the opportunity to record a multi-track. But to do that, you would need the P2 companion software. With that, you can enable it and switch it from stereo mix to multi-track mix. That way you can now record each track and edit separately. Now, let me run you through some of the parameters of the PodTrak P2. Right here, we have a number of buttons. We have the mute button, the tone, AI, noise reduction, you have compression, and then you have another mute button. Now, like I said earlier, these 2 buttons are basically your input. Since I'm the only one using it right now, I'm using just one channel. Besides the mute button is a bit straightforward. You know what a mute button is. You mute it and then you stop hearing anything. The tone button here actually acts like an equalizer and de-esser. Now, what's a de-esser? A de-esser is a device that sort of like, it reduces excessive sibilances. What are sibilances? Syllables like S, SH, C, CH, those S. So let me remove the tone so you hear what it sounds like, right? Now, this is what it sounds like without the tone. Yeah, I don't like it. I hate it, so I'm going to use it. Good. Now, using the tone, you see it adds that weight and a bit of punch to your vocal. So I think that's a very useful, tool right there. Then another interesting one is the next one. This is the AI noise reduction, which is the one in the middle. Now, how that basically works is that it's not just a default AI noise reduction. What it does is it learns. It's AI learning. So when you engage it, it blinks for a bit, it learns your surrounding versus your voice, and then brings everything down and focuses on your voice. So if I yank it off now, you're going to hear the ambience in the entire room. See that? Now you can actually, I don't know if you can hear the ambience in the room. My AC is directly in front of me and I can clearly hear it. So once I engage it back again, see, it blinks for a while and then it brings the noise down. Now I can't even hear the AC anymore. So I think that's very intuitive, and that's one of the, the features of the PodTrak P2 that I really love. Next to that, you have compression. Now with the compression, basically what Zoom has done is they've put 4 devices into one. If you've ever used a compressor before, you have an input gain, you have an attack, a release, you have a threshold, and then you have an output gain. That's like 5, different parameters that they have placed into one. The compressor is what gives you that podcast sound. Without it, your vocal just sort of sounds very ordinary. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I've yanked that. Wow. See, even my volume has dropped a bit because I've taken it off. Okay, see? So it makes a massive difference when you're using it compared to when you're not using it. Of course, the next is the mute button. I can't mute myself because I'm recording right now. And of course, on top, you have that play and pause button. So if I click on this right now, it will stop recording into the SD card. And if I click on the play button one more time, you start recording. Now, right now, everything I'm doing, from the beginning of this review, I have been recording directly into the PodTrak P2 using a FIFINE K688 microphone. It's giving me a stereo mix directly into the SD card. But if you don't want a scenario where you have a mix, which is a stereo mix, if you prefer to record multi-track, meaning you want, both recordings recorded separately so that you can edit it, then you need the P2 companion software. Let me show you how you get that done. Now, what I have done right here is I have installed the PodTrak P2 editor on my laptop. This is a Mac, so I presume there should be one for Windows. Now, if you have a look at it, because I'm recording my screen, so now you can see my screen. Now you see what the interface looks like. It shows connected. And that's because right now what I have done is, even though I'm still powering it using a power bank, I'm using another USB-C cable directly to my system. Remember when I was speaking to you about how you can multi-track and make a stereo mix? If you come here, if you see recording file, you see multi-track, and then you see stereo mix. So what I'm doing right now is I'm recording just this track. If you were to, you would have recorded both tracks separately. Now, there are a few more, information right here that I think is very pivotal that when you're using the software. It shows you the SD card. It shows you the amount of space you have left on the SD card. It shows you the amount of recording time you can get using that SD card. And then, of course, you understand what the recording file is. And then the audio IF mode. You also have the same thing for the recording file, which is the multi-track and stereo mix. Now, underneath, you have this mix minus. Now, the way the mix minus works is you can actually get someone to call in, say you're having a podcast. You can get someone to call in and even still record the video at the same time, probably on your phone or thereabout. You can record that conversation. And what the mix minus does is that there's no echo. So whoever is listening into the show, listening as though they are actually there with you in the show. So you can enable that if you're using the software, but if it's connected to the Zoom PodTrak itself, it automatically just goes into mix minus mode. You wouldn't need to do that except you're using the software. Now on the system, you have the date and the time, and then the battery type. Now this is where it gives you information about the kind of batteries you are using. So right now we can tell you can use alkaline batteries, NiMH batteries, and lithium batteries. Now each battery will define how long you can record 4. So here you can actually pick the type of battery you are using so to be able to maximize the power. Now, next to that, you have auto power off. So you can say never power off or power off after 10 hours. Next to that, you have the SD format. So you can actually format the SD card directly on your laptop without yanking the SD card out of the P2. Next to that, you have the version. Finally, you have reset all settings. So say, for example, you've messed up with the entire settings and you don't know what to do, and you want to, sort of like reformatting it back to factory settings. You can click on reset and everything goes back to how it was when you got it newly. And that's basically everything, about using the P2 editor. Right on top right here, you have file transfer mode. If you click on that, now it's telling me it can't do that because it's recording, but it gives you modes of transferring your file from the PodTrak itself when you're done recording. So you can access this without yanking the SD card out. Just using the P2 editor, you can actually get a lot of work done. So it simplifies using the Zoom PodTrak P2. I honestly think that the Zoom PodTrak P2 is an excellent recording gear. First and foremost, purely because it's USB. I mean, a lot of people use XLR microphones, but a lot of people are using more and more of the USB type kind of microphones right now. A lot of lavalier microphones are USB-C. And in terms of pricing, as at today, it's about $84. So I think it's affordable. I think it's a great gear. Would I wish it was recording 32-bit float? I don't know. I think 24 just works just fine. So you guys let me know if you have this, if you've used it before. Let me know what experiences did you have? Do you have any good experience with it? Do you have any bad experience? Please let me know. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. And like we always do, hit me with that 3-piece special. Like, subscribe, and share this video. And until the next review, I'm going to see you guys later, all right? Ciao.